and as much as the person that invited you here today loves. The reality is the chances are that when your friend invited you, they were all excited, enthusiastic, but they never gave you any information, right? Most likely that's how it goes. And yet here you are. What that tells us is that you're curious and open-minded enough to come and find out. And do you know what I found out as an entrepreneur all my life? It's only the curious people and the open-minded people that get ahead in life. So well done. Congratulations. I love that you're here. We do have an overflow link because this Zoom will get full very shortly. And when it does, make sure you got the overflow link from your friend so you can pass it on so people can still view the presentation from outside of the confines of this Zoom. So with that said, I'm going to jump straight into our awesome presentation and share with you what all the excitement is about. So you can work out why your friend is really, really keen to show you this amazing information. The reality is we make a difference every day to thousands of people around the world by sharing it. And I hope that you're one of them today. So before we get started, very important that we all get on the same page with this general disclaimer. So I'll just read it with you. The information here is provided to give you in general terms without taking notice of your specific personal financial situation. Under no circumstances should this presentation be considered as any type of solicitation, investment, legal, or financial advice. In describing the various parts of this Hyper Group, past performance does not guarantee future results and is for informational purposes only. Purchasing a Hyper Fund membership gives you access to benefits such as education, advanced or discounted access to new products and services within various parts of the Hyper Group, and access to the daily rewards program of Hyper Fund as provided by all Hyper Fund members. A membership purchase involves an exchange of the cryptocurrency Tether for Hyper Fund's units of account called Hyper Units, and it is not an investment. Each membership carries a specific benefit and specific timeframes, and it expires as specified. An account can be extended through repurchase of one or more additional memberships. The Hyper Fund membership is on a best effort basis, and like any project, there is a risk of loss of all funds and rewards. The world of cryptocurrency is highly volatile, can involve risk of loss, and may not be suitable for all persons. Risks include, but are not limited to, market risks, system risks, cybersecurity, transaction processing risks, regulatory risks, and trading risks, risks or mistakes made by yourself, business failure, and others. Options make data and recommendations are subject to change without notice. Past results are not indicative nor a guarantee of future performance. Hyperfund seeks to mitigate risk by exclusively accepting Tether as payment for the membership. Tether is considered a stable coin and historically has not been subject to the market volatility found with other cryptocurrencies. We do not purport Hyperfund membership to be a get-rich-quick scheme. There is no recommendation in the presentation to purchase any membership, products, or services. You make your own decisions based on your own due diligence. We recommend that you seek advice of a suitably qualified professional before deciding if you are unsure. Your continued attendance of this meeting beyond this point indicates your acceptance of the above terms. Wow, not bad for a dyslexic, hey? I've been practicing these slides all day just to make sure that I still a little bit glitchy, but I got through them, right? So I hope you enjoy the following presentation. Now, it's a short, sharp presentation, 30 minutes, and I want you to get the most of it. So to do that, please stay focused here, enjoy the journey, listen with how can we make a difference to you, and have fun learning about a life-changing opportunity. Now, I want to start off with the fact that I learned 25 years ago. I sat in a room, watched a presentation, and the guy at the front said, "Did you know 95% of every human on the planet retires broke?" And my brain went, yeah, right. That's not even, how is that? Like, no way, just didn't register at all, like not possible. And then I researched and it was true. And I was like, wow, I was 26 when I found that out, blew me away. I already knew most people don't do too well, but being a very observant and curious child, I'd always be wondering who drives the nice cars, who lives in the nice homes, who travels a lot, who dresses well, you know, who are the uncles and aunts that have more jewelry on than the ones that don't. I was always very, very like curious about all of that stuff. So I knew most people don't do all that well when it comes to financial gain in life, right? But here's an interesting fact as well. This is something I learned sometime later, that 95% of people don't earn more than $100,000 a year. That's right. In the UK, for example, if you earned more than £70,000 a year, you are in that top 5% of the entire population. When I think of £70,000 a year as a top end, it makes me quiver. I'm like, what? Like, I was doing that when I was like 19, right? So yeah, it's an interesting world, isn't it? So when you know these facts, the question has to be, what are you going to do about it, right? It's got to be. Like, once you know that these are the odds ahead of you, there has to be something in your mind that says, which side of the fence do I want to land on? And what actions am I going to take to avoid these facts? All right. So for example, there's never a lack of opportunity. Everybody that wants to get ahead is open to opportunity, and people that don't think about it miss it. For example, everyone that made money from property over the last 2, 3, 4, 5 decades, evidence. Gold, stocks and shares, deregulation of industries, the boom of the internet, apps, cryptos, PPE, whatever it is, doesn't matter. People have been making fortunes for centuries at every given time in any history. There's always people that are and people that aren't. Just the nature, right? How you think is how you behave. And so if you haven't made money in any of these booms, why not? Interesting, right? I made a fortune in the yo-yo boom. Remember yo-yos? When I was a kid, they were revived, if you like, with bright lights and spinning lights and all these fancy things. I used to sell tons of them by the bag load every day to all of my fellow students. So opportunities are always this, whether you act on them and profit from them or not, right? So right now there's a massive opportunity. A multi-trillion-dollar wealth transfer is taking place. And it's a very exciting space. I learned about this some 7, 8 years ago for the first time. Didn't fully understand it, to be honest. Then I started looking into it. And the more I looked into it, the more I was like, wow, there's something here. But I just, not being a techie, I didn't have the full understanding and the foresight to really get into it all those years ago, which in hindsight, goodness, if I had, right? But gosh, it's never too late. And now it's more timely than ever. So I'm going to talk about this opportunity and expose it to the world as much as I can. And the opportunity is in blockchain. Blockchain is trending right now massively. It's the biggest trend of our lives. And it's a technology that many say is bigger than the internet. It's bringing trust and transparency to all transactions worldwide. And it means that people like you and I can jump in and take advantage of the timing. All right. The buzz for this decade is decentralized finance. Money has been deregulated. Goodness, who would have thought, right? And so some of you might have heard of Bitcoin, for example. That's the first and the biggest brand in the crypto space. However, not the only one. There are thousands of cryptocurrencies out there now fighting for market share. And we're not going to sell you any crypto today, so don't worry about that. They are super volatile. And most people I know have lost more money in crypto than anything else they've ever lost money in. So very volatile, very risky space indeed. We don't do that. We don't get you to trade crypto. We don't sell you crypto. We do offer you an opportunity to benefit from the enormous margins in this space. The industry has grown in the last 12 years, from 2009 to 2019, to $1 trillion a year. Wow. But you know what's more exciting than that? It's gone from $1 trillion to 2.7 in just 2 years. And for me, when something almost triples in size in just 2 years out of a 12-year journey, those last 2 years is what we call an inflection curve. And in the world of business, that's the beginning of the momentum journey. And that's where fortunes are made. All right. So this is the perfect time to get involved in the space. 97% of the population is still not in on crypto. Can you believe it? So they will be, because that's how momentum curves work. The masses are going to follow this decade and the next. And being in the space puts you millions of miles ahead of everybody else that wants to get into the space. You become the expert, you become the authority, and it's not long before people listen to what you've got to say and follow your lead. All right. So this is a moment for you to get in early with a phenomenal company called Hypertech Group. They are the world's strongest blockchain alliance. So if you're looking for stability, for trust, for transparency, for sexiness, then this group has got all of that. We are solid to the core. The founder that thought all of this up is Ryan Zhu. He is our legend within the industry, and people call him the king of blockchain, right? He's been in from day dot. He read the Bitcoin white paper in 2008 and became a miner in 2009. People didn't even know what miners were. They are people that manufacture Bitcoins. He's today one of the top 4 mining manufacturers of a cryptocurrency on the planet. He's got his own cryptos like HyperCash, HyperDAO, Molecular of the Future. He's helped some of the biggest projects on the planet get launched by funding them as an angel investor. He's the first person that's listed companies on stock exchanges around the world in the blockchain space. He is the biggest angel investor in the blockchain space as well through Colindstar Capital, and owns some of the biggest brands in the world, as well as has funded as an angel investor some of the biggest brands in the world. His business partner is Sam Lee. Sam Lee is a very famous speaker on the blockchain circuit, is the founder or co-founder of Blockchain Global and blockchain centers around the world. These are education centers, non-profit, that teach the public about blockchain and crypto. Sam has spoken at the World Economic Forum, United Nations, CNN, Forbes, BBC, Bloomberg, many channels, media outlets around the world. He's a bit of a famous blockchain speaker, if you like. And clients of theirs include Fortune 500 companies around the world. He's known in Australia as the Crown Prince of blockchain. So their story starts in 2014 when they founded Blockchain Global. They pumped $300 million of their own money into dozens of blockchain projects. Today, a multi-billion-dollar group in just 7 years, and working with governments and Fortune 500 companies around the world to develop blockchain forward into the lives of the masses. A year later, Ryan Zhu founded Colindstar Capital. This company, $400 million invested into hundreds of blockchain startup companies. Think Dragon's Den, think Shark Tank, think Colindstar Capital. Today, a multi-billion-dollar group, again, the largest known VC company in the blockchain space, having funded some of the most successful projects in the world. Ryan launched his own cryptocurrency, HyperCash, in 2016 with $50 million invested. Now, this is an asset-backed token. It's not just a currency for the sake of currency. It's a real business. He's got a partnership with IBM, working with top universities on quantum-resistant security. And Australia's National Science Agency, i.e. their version of NASA, has said that this is the world's most advanced patented blockchain project. For me, accolades like that don't come easy. These guys have proven themselves through time consistently at being cutting edge, at the front of the race, and being innovators and forefront runners in the industry. In 2017, Ryan Zhu spotted another phenomenal opportunity. He just keeps seeming to make mega awesome decisions. He bought a company that was up for sale for $100 million in 2017. And today, over $20 billion of cryptocurrency has been mined through BW.com. And it's one of the top 4 mining companies on the planet. Between these 4 companies, they produce 60% of all Bitcoins in the world today. OMG, if you even begin to fathom what that means, then you know we've got heavyweights backing us in this venture. All right, so really, really superb. Question is, are you ready to partner with them? Yes, congratulations. I love quick decision makers. They're my favorite people. But if you didn't say yes straight away, just watch that little voice in the back of your mind. That might be a doubting Thomas, right? Anyway, if that's not enough, guess what? They also own the world's biggest blockchain bank, HyperBC. They launched HyperPay last year, where if you park your cryptocurrency in this wallet, you can pick up staking rewards of 17% a year, 18% a year, and 10% a year on various cryptocurrencies just by storing them. All right. So if you've not heard of this app yet, then please go ahead and download it for free from your stores. HyperPay is the blue and white logo. Just download the app, and on there, it's got the debit card order facility. Order yourself one of these Visa or MasterCards, because they've done their due diligence on the group, on Ryan Zhu, on Sam Lee, on the team. They love them so much that they gave them something they haven't given anybody else on the planet, to my knowledge, and that is MasterCard gave them a $10,000 a day spending limit on their debit card, prepaid debit card, and Visa, $50K a day. My friends, if you look at any of the cryptocurrencies out there, I don't care how big the brands are, how much advertising they're doing for Formula One billboards, none of that matters, because they are nothing compared to what these guys have got. They have limits of 1, maybe 2,000 a day. This is game-changing stuff. These guys are in pole position, all right? So they say success leaves clues. Goodness, these guys have left more clues than Hansel and Gretel put together. Have a look at this plethora of success, and this is just a snapshot. They've got so much more. The list is endless, and they either own these projects, they funded these projects, they're angel investors in these projects. They've literally played the biggest part in the whole industry for its success. All right. So then you might think, goodness, they've got government connections, Fortune 500 connections, listed companies. They've got massive endorsements from Visa and MasterCard and the likes. They've got technology oozing out of every corner of their organization. What do they need us for? Great question. They need us to populate their ecosystem. They're building this ecosystem as quickly as anybody could. They've already delivered HyperPay, as mentioned, and HyperBank. They've delivered 3 cryptocurrencies, all asset-backed tokens with phenomenal projects in each and every one of them. They've delivered a mall, all blockchain built, everything on this crypto-based, and an exclusive mining contract for members only. Once you become a community member, you can come in and buy mining of Filecoin. If you've never heard of Filecoin, again, check it out. It's free information for you. Go ahead, FIL Coin, check them out. The biggest, the most advanced, one of the most sexiest projects in the world today, backed by billion-dollar companies. And it's all to do with cloud storage. One of the things that everyone's saying is the next big thing. And so, goodness, we are always one step ahead of everybody else. So, introducing HyperFund Global. This is our community building arm, all right? HyperFund was launched in June of 2019 to help the masses, people like you and I, lock arms with each other, learn about cryptocurrency, get knowledge from the hub, if you like, and work with each other to become the pioneers of the space. Our goal is simple: to build the world's biggest blockchain community, who in turn, together, we will bring 30 million plus customers into the ecosystem, which is already over half built. The rest will come along in the next few months. And once we've got 30 million customers in our ecosystem, then the company can start their journey towards building the world's biggest blockchain IPO. That's right, my friends. These guys want to list the whole group over the next couple of years on one of the big exchanges around the world. They've already done small cap IPOs. Now they're ready for a big cap IPO. The best part of all of this is if you're somebody that loves making a difference, if you're somebody that's awake and aware and thoughtful about the future, we are leaving behind a world that is a gazillion times better for the next generation than the one that we grew up in. Because for me, if you can bring trust and transparency into more conversations, then that can only be a phenomenal thing, eliminating corruption at the core. I'm excited. So if you love what I've shared with you, then we invite you to join our community. And it's really easy to join. It's really simple. The benefits of joining: number one, world-class education right from the basics. If you're brand new like I was just 19 months ago, I knew very little about the industry other than it existed and it was growing at the speed of knots. But now I know much, much more because of this phenomenal library of education, right? So it takes you right from numpty to really knowledgeable, right? We've got basics, intermediate, and advanced level education, depending on where you are on the journey of the industry. Number two, phenomenal new projects at deeply discounted prices. They spotlight the best projects around and give us phenomenal advantages like Filecoin. We can mine Filecoin by being a community member. And guess what? We just end up being in a much more advantageous position a year, 2 years, 3 years down the line when that project matures than people that just buy Filecoin on an exchange. And then thirdly, what I love about this company is that they look after every single member beautifully. They reward us with a gift daily. Once you buy your membership for 300 Tether, then the company gives you 0.5 to 1% back as a gift in the form of units, hyper units. All right. So a 300 USDT membership will give you back as a gift 1.5 units a day, every single day until you've doubled the value of your purchase. How about that? If you love the idea of doubling up, congratulations. Your friend invited you to a place where you can do that safely, securely, in a solid, stable, and sustainable manner. All right. Now, 300 is the minimum. You can go up as much as you like. You can max it out to the best of your ability. We've got people that do huge things with this company. I was with a friend of mine a couple of days ago who made a 7-figure decision just based on this same presentation that you're watching. So everyone is free to come in at whatever level they like and take advantage of the community rewards program. There are no monthly fees, no forced upgrades, no hidden agendas. This company is pure, real, transparent, and making it happen for anybody that joins us on this journey. We've got a promotion on right now where instead of doubling up, they will triple the value of your membership. That's right. So if you imagine you're getting that daily minimum 0.5, can go up to as much as 1% a day. But if we just go with the minimum of 0.5% a day, look at that. You end up tripling over a period of time. And again, for me, double is already phenomenal, but triple, that is irresistible. So surrender your negative thoughts, if you've got any, your doubts, your fears, and just say, you know what, I am in. Whatever you come in at, even at 300, like I always say, turning 300 to 900 is better than turning 300 to 300. All right. So time moves, and what happens in between is up to you. So let's talk a little bit about strategies. That's the presentation part one done. I'm just going to quickly talk about a little bit of strategies before having a short break, and then we'll go into part two after that. So strategies available to you. Number one is to create crypto flow, right? So you might buy, for example, 10,000 tethers worth of membership, in which case you're going to get 3 times back at the rate of a minimum 0.5% a day. Congratulations. You can withdraw that every single day. You're going to get 50 units coming to you, and you can withdraw that 50 units daily. All right. You've got access to all of your rewards 7 days a week, whenever you want it. As soon as you've got 50 or more, you can withdraw. All right. But you don't have to. If you don't need it, you can rebuy with it. That's the other strategy. Many of our members around the world take advantage of this. Why? Because every time you get 50 daily in this scenario and you rebuy into the system, the 50 turns to 150. Isn't that clever? So you either take 50 and spend it and it's gone, boom, or you take 50 and rebuy and it's tripled. Which one are you going to do? Well, each and every one on the program chooses daily what they want to do with that, right? So you can add to your pending rewards or withdraw your daily rewards at your will. Whatever you want to do, full control in your hands. And you can do that anytime, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. The question that next pops up in a lot of people's minds is, gosh, 0.5% a day, really? Can they do that, Calps? Like, that's a lot. My bank pays me 0.1% a year in England, and these guys reward 0.5% daily to the value of my purchase. Well, let's have a look. These are some of the projects that they backed. And again, they are the world's biggest investors in cryptocurrency projects. So let's have a look. This is Collinstar Capital projects that they backed. Qtum was a 19,000% growth, 12,000, 1,000, 3,400, 8,000, 350, 1,300. The list goes on. You get my point, right? This, again, just a small snapshot of some of the projects that they got in early. They built the projects up and had huge, massive gains in a very short space of time. So opportunities like this do exist. They just don't come on our table often enough, right? They do happen, but they don't happen for the masses often. Ryan Zhu is a huge-hearted individual with a vision to make a massive difference on the planet. He's all about making a dent and a mark and transformation, right? So this is our once-in-a-lifetime moment. They also mine, again, talking about spreading their eggs across many baskets, and in the same industry, they're very focused, 100% blockchain and crypto focused, but they do multiple things. And as well as backing great projects, they also mine. And they don't just mine like people having a machine in a garage and hoping to get lucky. No, these guys do it on large scale, right? So they know how to scale, they know how to be efficient. In fact, they are just in the process of announcing the world's biggest solar mining facilities in partnership in Dubai with the Dubai Royals, right? So again, that's coming through the grapevine soon as well. You can see here there are 4 companies that dominate the Bitcoin mining space. These 4 companies produce 60% of all of the Bitcoins in the world. And Ryan owns one of the companies. How about that? Picked up for 100 mil, turned it into 20 bill within 3 years. And you can just see that collection. Isn't that something that you'd like to own? I know I certainly would, goodness. But guess what? I didn't have the brains or the brawn to do it. They did, and hats off to them for that. That's how they can bring us an opportunity today, all right? So they're also crypto whales. They are known whales. They have the ability to move markets. They have information that we don't have. They have access through owning exchanges and all sorts of stuff. The contacts they have, they know what's happening before everybody else, and they're able to take advantage of that early information and produce great moves in the markets as well. So these guys are solid in every single aspect of the industry. If you want to find out more about Ryan Zhu, and I recommend you should, because this is a great documentary to watch. It's called Next Blockchain, available on Amazon Prime in some countries still. Has been around for a couple of years, so some countries have now taken it off because it's been around since 2019. Again, if you haven't got it on in your country, get a recorded copy from your friend. Whoever invited you here today will send you a due diligence pack in which you can hear all about Ryan's story directly from him. So the due diligence pack is our prized possession. We recommend everyone at some point to grab a hold of that, and it makes a really great read in your spare time, evenings and weekends or mornings, just to understand what you've got your hands on. So once you jump in, then you can check this out and see just where we're going forward, right? So do not make the mistake of misunderstanding or misjudging this and confusing it with many Billy Bob deals that exist out there. All right, we are not those. And I get pitched on dozens of projects every month that are those, and they're blatantly those, and people ruthlessly promote them knowing that they are dodgy Billy Bob deals. And it does upset me, but not as much as it used to, because like I always say, we can't change others, but we can change ourselves, and we can become, if you like, more aware and promote better information. And that's what this project is about, is creating knowledge, awareness, and building a solid army around the world of blockchain enthusiasts that want to do it with integrity, right? So verify everything I've said through that document. So what are the next steps? Really simple. Sign up with the person that invited you, watch that documentary, and then enjoy your passive rewards. Whether you decide to withdraw and spend on yourself, wonderful, or you decide to rebuy and build up your pending balance, that is always going to be in your hands to do, right? So a couple of wealth tips on that note, just before I finish off part one. The masses spend more than they make, which is why they're in debt. If you know anyone that owes money on credit cards, people that have overdrafts, loans, have car payments, all of those people, guess what? Spending more than they make. Hence why they have to borrow. Wealthy people, goodness, what a mind shift. They spend what their money makes. Wow. Like, just simplicity at its best, right? One person has nothing, buys an iPhone. The other one has nothing and buys a phone that does exactly what an iPhone does, just without the label, so that they can save the $1,000 or $1,200 extra dollars and put it to work for themselves. Tough decision for many, because we're all trying to keep up with the Joneses and look flash and fit in and all that stuff. But if you can make those tough decisions early on, then you win the long race, right? That's just how life works. So I want to welcome all of you into the community. I'm going to assume, I know they say you shouldn't, but I'm going to assume that you all loved it, because I can't see there's nothing not to love, right? So just reach out. You might not have understood something. You're more than welcome to reach out to the person that invited you and get your questions answered. I want to invite you now to come into our Zoom room, and I will start part two shortly. But before I do, I just want to invite a couple of friends to come and quickly share their 60-second stories of their journey with us. Paul, how are we doing, buddy? Please feel free to.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Cabs. Well done. Absolutely knocked out the park again. Glad to be back in the community, having experienced 24 hours in compliance jail. I'm so grateful for Kalpesh for making sure that we do the right job. That's why he's here. Quickly, my story. 2 years ago, I lost my wife to COVID. My life was devastated after 42 years of marriage. At Christmas, I lost my job, and boy, oh boy, was I in a hole. Along came my beautiful sponsors. I consider them two angels, Sharon and Dan. They presented this to me. I couldn't do anything about it because I didn't have a penny to rub together. But I'm a God-fearing man, and I believe that if this was the right reason and the right thing at the right time, I would be able to get in. And lo and behold, I got dropped a pension from heaven. And I was able to come in, get the package that I need to be able to influence a change in my life. And it has done. And I'm so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so wonderfully excited about this opportunity. And anybody who's sitting on the fence, just come in. It will change your life, and you will be forever, ever grateful. Thank you, Kalps. Love you to bits, man. Even if you did send me to jail.
Only for the community's benefit, and I know you can handle it. So thank you for coming back stronger and better than ever. Thank you so much, Paul. Next up is our good friend Bill. How are we doing, champion? Oh, Bill, you want to unmute yourself? Dun, dun, dun. Where are we going? Here we go. I've sent you another unmute request. There you go. Right. Hey, bud.
I'm here, Calbs. I'm great. How are you today?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Loved your presentation. And you know, my wife and I, we decided in early May of this year, we had some money that we wanted to put to work. I'm in the construction industry. I have my own construction company for 25, almost 30 years. And it's really hard to work for my money in the construction industry, especially when you go out, you have to beg people to pay you once you've done the work and paid your employees. And, I thought we've got this extra lump of cash, let's put it to work. And I saw this presentation. I didn't know anything about crypto, but I saw the presentation and I saw the potential. And so we came in, we funded a membership. We started immediately seeing the daily rewards coming in. We got excited about that, and we started sharing it with our friends and family. And we've built a community, a blockchain community around our friends and family. And in just over 4 months, and you'll talk about this in a minute, but we hit the rank of V2 last week, on Thursday of last week. And we're just seeing everybody in our community benefit from this. And so it's great to be here. Thanks, Caps, for giving me the chance to share.
Thank you, Bill. And I'm so proud of you and your wife for the beautiful journey you've got on. And wow. Congratulations on V2, which I will talk about now. Thank you for the prelude. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching part one, enjoying part one. If you're still here, then I'm going to go ahead and start part two, because if you thought part one was any good, just wait till you see the next part. So here we go, back into part two. And this is where we request you to help us grow the community. It's not necessary, it's not compulsory, completely optional, but well worth it. So many of our community members, like Paul and Bill and many people around the world, we decide to go mad, meaning we make a difference. And we look for like-minded people, we invite them to the Zoom. And when we do that and we help build these communities, everyone's building their own community, and the community as a whole comes together, and the company gets to do their biggest IPO on the planet in the blockchain space. So before showing you how all of that works, let's read our income disclaimer very quickly together. We make every effort to ensure that we're accurately represent the HyperFund membership benefits and the HyperFund referral rewards plan, HYPERDRIVE, and their potential for income. The HYPERDRIVE part of HyperFund accelerates accumulation of HU as a result of a member sharing the HyperFund opportunity, and new members subsequently receive rewards via HyperFund. There are no guarantees regarding income or rewards from the HyperFund opportunity. The basic HyperFund rewards plan offers members an anticipated daily reward based on the value of the membership purchased, but is on a best effort basis and subject to change at any time. Any description of potential rewards made in this presentation can only describe the HyperFund plan itself. The HyperFund service agreement and regulatory requirements include the specific prohibition against members or presenters making any income claims whatsoever. As such, may be considered enticement. The examples used may show exceptional results which do not apply to the average member and are not intended to represent or guarantee that anyone will achieve the same or similar results, income or rewards or rank levels, and achievements are dependent upon individual members' business skills, personal ambition, time, commitment, expertise, activity, and demographic factors. As with any business, your results may vary. The use of our information, products, and services should be based on your own due diligence, and you agree that our company is not liable for any success or failure of your business that is directly or indirectly related to the purchase and use of our membership, information, referral plan, products, or services. Whew, I did it again. Boom. So thank you very much, and get ready to accelerate your rewards. Put your seatbelts on, lean forward, and check this out. We have a very powerful HyperDrive affiliate rewards plan, and it's based on a unilevel system. So what that means is that when you share with others and they say yes, and they sign up through your referral link, they sit on your, what we call your direct first level line of sponsorship, all right? And so based on how many people you refer and how much sales volume you create, you get to speed up your 3x, all right? And that's all that happens. It's a very simple mathematical formula. It looks huge because it is, but the math, the basics of it is very simple. 1 in, 3 out. That's it. So for example, you buy the 300 Tether membership, and that pays out 900 units, done. And that will come back to you at the rate of 1.5 units a day, every day, until you've had the 900 back. All right, simple as that. Now, what happens when you share with your friend John? Well, John comes in on your level 1, and the company says if John buys a membership and gets rewarded every day, you will get a 20% match of whatever John receives as a reward. So that means if John jumps in at 1,000 tether, loves the presentation, says, I'm in, loves part 1, jumps in, and we know that he's going to get 3,000 units back out. Well, you will get a 20% match every day. That's 1 unit a day, every day, until John has had his entire 3x back. How about that? Now, here's the magic of our program. We don't pay commissions for bringing people in. When somebody buys a membership, you get 0 for that referral. But what happens is when that friend that you invited, when they say yes and they buy their own membership, they get rewards daily and you get that match. That match, i.e. this 1 unit a day, adds to your daily reward towards your own 3x. So in this scenario, you're getting 1.5 a day based on your own purchase, passive daily. You're getting 1 unit a day because John came in through your referral link. That means that 2.5 units a day, it doesn't take you 600 days to triple, but just 360 days. And that's the magic of our rewards plan. I love this because it means there's no limit to how quickly you can triple your purchases, and you can purchase as often as you like. Check this out. What if John invites his sister Mary to the presentation, to the next available Zoom? Well, guess what? Mary loves the presentation as much as her brother John. And Mary jumps in straight through John's referral link, which means John gets the 20% daily rewards match. But because Mary lands on your level 2, right? John's on your level 1, Mary's on your level 2, you have the opportunity to qualify for a 15% match on Mary's daily rewards. Look at this. So Mary may well come in at 10K because Mary's flush and she's doing all right in life. Mary buys a 10,000 tether membership on your level 2, receives 50 units a day as a gift. You get your 15% match as a gift daily, 7.5 units a day, which means you're now on 10 units a day. And that means in 90 days, you are done and dusted with your 3x. Now, if you want to continue receiving rewards every day because you're qualified to, then just buy another package, all right? Or it might be that you're doing rebuys along the way, in which case you've always got a pending balance. And as long as there's a pending rewards balance available to you, the company will always give out that 10 units a day as a gift to you. So your job is simple. Buy your membership. If you want to speed up the 3x, share with others. And when you do, just top up from time to time to continue receiving the rewards from your referrals. Isn't that amazing? Now, I did say you need to qualify for that level 2, right? Dun, dun, dun. What is the qualification? It is so simple. Here's how it works. If you want to unlock more levels than just your direct referral that you've made, refer 2 people, you've unlocked 2 levels. So you refer John and you refer Jane, and therefore when John or Jane refer anybody on your level 2, you're qualified for a 15% match daily on all of those accounts that they could refer. If you want to unlock more levels, because chances are somebody somewhere on that second level knows someone that would love to take part. Well, if you want to unlock level 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 20, just refer more people. The more people you refer, the more levels you unlock. The wider you go, the deeper you match the rewards of everybody in your organization. That is our entire rewards plan explained on a page. People talk about napkin presentations. That's like a quarter of a napkin presentation, right? Literally anyone can understand this, with a little bit of paying attention. So for those more ambitious amongst us, the ones that got a fire in their belly, the ones that stay awake at night dreaming of a better life. That was me all my life. Ever since I was born, I've dreamt, right? As far back as I can remember. I went to my whole school life, entire school life, I was always called up for daydreaming. I could never stay in the class in terms of mentally. I got bored in 5 minutes of sitting down and my mind was wandering and wondering. And that was me. Not everybody, I get it. But you know what? If you're somebody that had that at some point in your life, if you revive that part of your mind that can dream goodness, then you can get after this, right? You can unlock unlimited levels. That's right, my friends. It doesn't restrict to 20 levels. That's just for general referrals. But if you get into this, if you come to our leadership trainings and you develop yourself and you learn and you master the industry and the company and what we do, and you get passionate about all of this, and you start inspiring people in your organization, you can inspire the people you've referred to follow your lead. You can inspire them to start sharing. You can inspire them to have courage and be bold and even dream of building their own business. Then, oh my goodness, the VIP rewards are an absolute delight. We've got members all over the world that take advantage of this. As you just heard from Bill, he got to VIP 2-star just last week. What a massive, massive round of applause. Why? Because 2-star is the one that kicks in with our global pool as well, which means that now Bill gets rewards on the 4th of every month based on not just his best efforts, but the best efforts of the entire worldwide HyperFund community. That's right. We've got separate pools for 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, and 5 stars. But also, Bill's going to get a 6% accelerator on all the levels. So level 1 is no longer 20% for Bill. It's 26%. Level 2 is no longer 15% match. It's 21% match. And that goes right the way through to all 20 levels and beyond, all the way to infinity. It is a coded differential match. So more about that in trainings when you sit down with your sponsor and your leaders to understand the details of how this part of the plan works. So what do you need to do to succeed in this organization? It's really simple. We've got a system and it's proven and it works. Who does it work for? Every single person that works it. All right. So really simple system. We call it a plug and play. And here's how it works. You show up every day. You share with everyone you meet and you succeed. Simple as that. We've got this Zoom that happens 6 nights a week and on Wednesdays and Sunday mornings. We have leadership training every Saturday afternoon. We have technical trainings 3 times a week. We have lots of team trainings where individual leaders take it upon themselves to spend time. They huddle with their organizations once a week, twice a week, and just support people, teach people, train people, and help people to understand things better and move forward better. All right, so that's our program. Really simple, plug in and play. Again, reminding you to jump in on the due diligence, some great videos to watch, some awesome articles to read to just verify everything that we shared with you today. Now, if you're still sat on the fence, don't. It's painful sitting on fences. The thought of sitting on a fence for me is painful, especially if it's the pointed ones. Don't do that. This is your opportunity to overcome your fears, your doubts, your hesitations, the little voices in our minds that tell us we're not good enough, we haven't got what it takes, we haven't got the right connections, we're living in the wrong postcode, whatever the stories that we tell ourselves are. Overcome all of that with dreams, decisions, and actions. That's what successful people do. They dream big, they make decisions that often people find scary, and they act on their decisions. They don't just sit around waiting, wishing, hoping for something outside to change. They change from the inside out. All right. Just a reminder, it is a 300 tether decision. 300 USDTs, boom, you're in. It's not a 300,000 tether decision, right? So putting things into context, the key here is get yourself in, dip your toe in the water, enjoy the daily rewards, and then study the information, become knowledgeable. And as you learn, and as you earn, if you want to, share and build your empire. So thank you. And you'll belong to an amazing community that really takes care of each other. We've got each other's back. So if you want to get started, do it quick. All right. Meet your success line of leaders, book your launch party within 2 weeks of seeing this presentation, and then plan your next 90-day game plan. What are you going to do consistently and with absolute dedication for the next 90 days to give yourself a massive, massive boost? Because your first 90 days have the power to set up the next 900 days. All right. So like literally springboard yourself into a whole new dimension. Number 2, show up to the daily Zooms. That is the key. You will see a pattern. People that show up to the Zooms every day, invariably over time are the ones that you see saying, I've just got to expert. I've just got to pro. I've just got to VIP 1-star, etc., etc., etc. It's consistency that leads to growth and success. All right. So just understand the dynamics of success are simple. The discipline is where you have to choose what you're going to do. And number 3, if you really love part 2, then invite like-minded people to this Zoom and start building your empire with us. Let's build our communities, building the company's community, becoming the world's biggest blockchain group on the planet. Avoid dream stealers and naysayers. They are aplenty. People out there that want to, I don't know what their plan is, but their plan is not to have you win. That is for sure. I have family members like that. I have friends like that. Love them to bits. But I'll tell you what, when it comes to business, I keep myself well out of their way, because if they had it their way, they would zap my energy, my enthusiasm, my positive attitude, my vision for myself for the future, my love of making a difference. Everything that I live for and breathe for would be sucked out of me by some of these energy vampires. So I do everything I can to minimize my time around them and maximize my time around people that I love, like the people in this Zoom who are my family, right? So plug in and play and learn to win. All right. So what are your options? Very, very simple. Number one, do nothing. For me, the biggest risk on the planet in all of life is doing nothing. But people do choose to do that, and that's fine too. Option number two, thank your inviter forever and become a member and just enjoy, like the part one, daily passive rewards. Just say yes, get in, like I said, dip your feet in the water and enjoy. But number three is why you've come this far, right? For me, part two is all about helping us build our community. We need great people. We need people that love making a difference. And so we want you to come and join us. All right. So do that. Come and help us make a bigger difference and a bigger impact on the planet. And let's make that future difference to the next generations. I want to finish reading this before we come back into the room for more Q&A time and testimonials. This time is primarily for our guests to ask questions regarding the presentation. So if you're brand new here today, get ready to raise your hand and ask any questions. Make sure your video is on, because that's how you get chosen. Please be reminded that HYPERFund involves a membership and is not an investment. Just got to keep on reiterating that, right? Any questions using terms like investment, compounding, return on investment, etc., will not be answered. It's not me being rude. I've just got to toe the corporate line and keep things straight and clean, right? So I'm not picking on anyone. I'm just requesting that you don't get yourself into a tricky conversation with yourself. Remember that HYPERFund does not deal at all with fiat currency. To get a membership, you exchange a cryptocurrency, USDT, for HYPERFund units of account, Hyper units. This is an exchange of one asset for another, not a purchase. If that kind of process is new to you, feel free to ask questions and your inviter would be able to help you. For members, please remember no income claims of any kind, no lifestyle stories, no exaggeration of rewards plans. You may not discuss earnings or infer that a prospective member will earn a certain minimum. Changes of work or lifestyle claims that infer a certain level of earning also are not allowed. I know it's not easy, but you just got to learn to zip it a little bit. You can share your enthusiasm, your excitement, why you said yes, what you're enjoying about the journey. Fine, none of that is a problem, but just don't go into the stuff that we've talked about here. If you make any income claims, you will be interrupted and not allowed to continue to speak, as my beautiful friend Paul learned yesterday. For prospective members, please bear in mind that any member testimonials are not typical. They reflect that person's experience only. Members, please keep testimonials to a maximum of 2 minutes. This is the next part I'm going to sharpen up on. So some of you are still finding that a struggle. I'm going to make the request. 1.5 minutes is ideal, right? There is no need to repeat the presentation. Also, please remember that these presentations are for prospective members. This is not a technical call nor a training call. So please keep focused on providing value for our beautiful guests. With those guidelines, let us move into the next part of the presentation. Thank you for being mindful. They say we rise by lifting others. Your friend that invited you here today has done just that. They want to lift you up. Somebody lifted them. They want to lift you up. They are just paying it forward. If you've ever seen the movie Pay It Forward, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So please don't slap their hand away by mistake. It's so heartbreaking when that happens. Like, really, if you didn't understand anything I said, come back again tomorrow just to go through it again one more time. But don't go away feeling overwhelmed or confused or any of those things, right? This is such a simple system. So grab your friend's hand with both of yours and say, thank you so much for inviting me. I didn't quite get what that guy was talking about, but I'm willing to have another listen through you to get a better chance of grasping it. And, I'd love you to come and meet some of our members now. So if you want to speak, make sure your video is on. You can bring plenty of smiles and excitement to the table. But again, quick reminder, no income claims. Thank you. Let's get back into the room. So first up is Shifa. Hey, how are we doing, Shifa? Please give us what you got.
Hey, Kalpesh. Peace and love to everyone. I got to set my timer. Start 2 minutes. All right.
Done.
So I just wanted to thank you so much for brilliant presentation as always. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited, so excited. I have been in just about a month now, enjoying my passive daily rewards. And it's just so wonderful, so beautiful. Takes a lot of the pressure of what I was going to do with the rest of my life, you know, like how am I going to get to the money and not have to go to work for somebody, which I refuse to do, haven't done for a lot of years. I come to this space as a natural healer, and that's been my passion since I was 14 years old. And I've always wanted to help people with their natural health decision, regardless of their ability to pay. Because it's difficult when people are used to having insurance and now they want to do something different, but they need the revenue to do that. So that is my big dream and my goal. And you sparked that in me when you were talking about being the dreamer, right? And so I got that. And what HyperFund is giving me the ability to dream about is actually seeing my clients and putting them onto this, right? Getting them in HyperPay to help them, to help me help them better without, it's about the transformation. It's really about the transformation. And so that's why I'm here. And I've been here for a couple of weeks and I haven't talked, and I just thought I wanted to share why it is that I'm here. I also have a background in financial services for 20 years. So I get it. I really do get it. So I've got 5 seconds left, and I want to say thank you so much. God is so good, and I love the community. God bless everyone. Peace and love.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having your own 2-minute alarm. I'm so in. I'm going to encourage all of our members to do that going forward, rather than me having to do the timekeeping. Pass the responsibility of leadership to self. I love it. Edna, how are we doing? Good to see you here today.
Yes, Legend Campers. I love the new slides. Amazing. Really good. And the presentation, yes, put my seatbelt on. I was holding on to my table. Actually, you know, I love the way all the disclaimers put there, because we really need to protect, you know, I believe the goose that lays the golden eggs. Anyway.
Background, is that something outside? Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're back.
Yeah. Anyway, today is my 6 months when I first received my 1.50 HU. I have to be careful. Okay. But, you know, like what I did, I look at the video and started, you know, attending trainings, attending presentation as much as I could. I'm so really excited. I know we're not supposed to share it the way it's an income, but it's, to me, in that 600 days, like that, I started with 300 HU, and I have that 900 out in 82 days, unbeknownst to me, just because I keep sharing it. And in fact, you know, when it comes to the ranking, as we know, it's 50,000 HU to go to expert. But when I look at my strong line, I actually today is 132,000 HU just on my strong line. So, you know, I should have been a professional, but it doesn't really, it's okay, because that goes to show that there's people that actually being helped and, you know, and succeeding with, you know, in my team. Brilliant. And as a result of that, that 300 HU as of today is 7,100.
Oh, there we go. We can't do that. I knew you were getting a bit close to the line, but here we go. Next up, Marley. How are we doing, buddy?
God bless.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Wonderful. How are you, champ?
I'm doing so well. The last days, the last couple of days, I've registered like 6 people. Whoa. And they all were funded. So I'm going like the hyper train. I'm very excited about the community and all the people in it. And yeah, a little for my story. I started over 5 months ago. I helped a lot of people around me see them. I help people to realize their dreams and make it a reality by getting into this and seeing the change for themselves. And they're like a lot of them are like mind blowing. How is it possible when they are in? So that's wonderful to see. I'm almost a professional now, so I have still a lot of grounds to go, but I'm coming there. For you, Kalpesh, I send you a special message with a voice. So because you're dyslexic, you don't have to read it. But it's a special message, and it has to do with security. So please listen to the message.
I will.
And for every new people here, like Kalpesh said, just get off the fence, enjoy this ride, enjoy the education, and enjoy your daily rewards. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful, Molly. Next up is Mr. Gold. How are we doing, champ?
Well, you know, Kalpesh, every time I chime in on you, you be dropping haymakers of knowledge. So let me tell you, listen, I'm not going to go back through the presentation because you know that ain't what I do. But I am going to point out something you did say. You did say, as you think is as you do. In 1974, I read a proverb verse. Okay. And it said, if you change a man's way of thinking, you change his life. And let me tell you something. I don't even know how many years ago that was, but I'm 70 and I live by that motto. When my sponsor shared this with me, there was a continuation of changing my life because of my thinking. Okay, so.
Oh, I muted you by accident. Sorry, come back.
Okay, am I back?
Yes, you are.
Okay, I'm gonna be real quick. I was gonna say, I'm not in jail, am I?
No, you're good. Go on.
Okay, so today me and my sponsor was talking about the educational process globally. Most people do not understand that they have been educated not to want more. Hold on to that thought that Kalpesh said, as you think is as you do. This whole community is here to uplift you. This whole community is here to uplift you. And on that note, Mr. Kalpesh, another job well done. Peace out, Mr. Gold Crypto.
Thank you. I love your energy, your enthusiasm, and your sharing. Beautiful. Salma, how are we doing?
Hello. I'm very well. Can I just say that Mr. Gold Crypto, every time he comes on, Kalpesh, I feel like he's an uncle full of wisdom and experience. I'm half of his age, so I'm 35, so I can say that.
Wow,
he's just really full of wisdom. Like every time he drops in those gems, you know.
Amazing.
So anyway, I'd like to start my share. So during COVID, my marriage broke down, and fast forward, I had to move to Leeds from London. And I haven't worked for 15 years because my husband's income has been very financial, like it's been quite high. So he's financially sustained us really well. And one of the first things I had to start thinking about is like, what am I going to financially do in terms of how am I going to provide for myself? And I was really drowning in overwhelm and anxiety, thinking I really don't want to go back into the corporate world. And lo and behold, my bestie, Michelle, rings me and she says to me, Selma, I've just bought a membership package for my daughter, and her daughter goes to uni. And she started sharing a little bit about it and how it works. And then she says to me something really profound, and it really shifted my listening of the conversation. She says, how many young adults do you know who finished their uni degree and are debt free? And I thought to myself, no, not many, because when I finished my degree, I had a loan that I had to pay off. And I got really excited by what she was sharing. So anyway, I bought a 3,000 HU package. And when I saw the rewards, daily rewards come through, I thought, wow, this is really cool. I like this. I really like this. And I really did get even more excited. So then I started to do my due diligence, which I don't advise to any of you guys. Do your due diligence. I started to do my due diligence, and I started to really look at who is this guy, Ryan Zhu. Like, you know, and one thing became very, very, very evidently clear, that the guy's incredibly wealthy. He doesn't need my money, and he really wants to leave a legacy behind. So then I bought several other packages. And as a family, we've just literally bought, well, am I allowed to say that? Bought over 100,000 HU packages.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's been phenomenal. Like, I feel like there's no burden on me. I can concentrate on my children. I can concentrate on my marriage, like reconciling with my husband, and whatever. Like, I don't have to focus on things that were draining me and exhausting me. So I'm forever grateful for this opportunity and for what it presents. So thank you. Wow,
beautiful. Thank you. Such a lovely story. I do love your story. It touches so many points. You know, life will throw stuff at you, and look at that smile, man. When you can smile like that after life puts you through a process like that, that is what I'm all about. Well done. Love it.
Thank you, Kalpesh.
Jen, you're up next, buddy. Please unmute yourself. Hey.
Hey, Kalpesh, do you get me?
Yeah, we got you. Go for it. Connection's not great. Let's try. Okay, your connection's really bad. Yeah. One more time. If not, I'll come back to you. No, okay. Jen's got internet issues. No, we'll come back to you, buddy. Next, Daria. Hi, Daria. Jen, if you can get yourself to a better internet connection, we'll try you again shortly. Daria, please unmute. Okay, and then we move on to the next, which is Joanna. Hi, Joanna. Go ahead.
Hi, KP. Hi, everyone. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. As always, I would love to thank you. You are just great. But other than that, I would love to thank your family, because without them allowing you to do this, you wouldn't be here. It's a sacrifice. Thank you so much. Please pass on our appreciation to them. And it was good to see Paul out of jail. He said it himself. Wasn't from me.
Very
Thank
good.
you for your leadership in, you know, those nuggets, those words about the words we're supposed to use and not use. They're very important to keep us alive, to keep us afloat. Yeah. Also great to see Bill. I was here when he was talking about retiring his wife, and see where they are now. I really praise God for what he's doing here. It's a blessing. Good to see Edna, but she wasn't here to hear you yesterday. So yeah, someone has yeah, the person who needed the connection with the Philippines, she has that on the forum now. Yeah, so I would love to connect with RJ Shifa. She spoke earlier. She lives in Charlotte. I'm a mile from Charlotte. If she's still here, would you please connect with me on Telegram, on WhatsApp? Thank you, Kalpesh, as always.
Thank you. Lovely. Next up is, we're going to go back to Jen quickly. Let's have another go. Or maybe not. Sorry, Jen, I'm going to have to surrender because your net is just not on your side today. Steve, how are we doing, champ?
I'm amazing, KP. How are you doing? You all right?
Amazing. Thank you. Yep.
Brilliant. What a brilliant presentation, Kalpesh. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Gets better every time.
Oh, bless.
So,
thank you, sir.
Just wanted to share a testimonial quickly, and just to say to anybody that's new to this call, wow, you're in the right place at the right time. Do something about it, you know. So basically, my story is I've been working for many years in a job, always done side hustles, always been entrepreneurially minded, and always been frustrated with swapping my my time for not enough, you know, just always struggling to get by. And I found this incredible opportunity and decided to come in with a 300 USDT membership early April last year as a passive member. And I got so enthusiastic about it that naturally I just found myself going into hyperdrive. And the incredible thing is, I found that for once in my life, I actually found a job that made me want to get up in the morning with a kick in my step and actually, you know, a purpose surrounded by positive people that are just lifting others. And I could go on forever, you know, everybody's saying the same thing. This is a real deal. It's incredible. And coming in as a passive member with 300 USDT last April, I'm now over 3/4 of the way to V5, which is just absolutely incredible. Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
So,
Wow,
so yeah, I'm
3/4 of the way
really,
through it.
yeah, 3/4 of the way
I
through it.
can't wait. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
I'm excited. I'm excited. But more than anything, this is about, you know, we all say it, this is a heart-led community. It's not about greedy capitalism. It's about empowering, embracing change and empowering yourself by embracing the power of blockchain and cryptocurrency with the world leaders in the space. So don't hesitate, get out your way, get yourself in, get off the fence. It's not comfy. This is where it's at.
Love it. Thank you so much, Steve. Always an absolute pleasure.
Love you. Big love. Thanks, everybody.
You too, brother. Mwah, ciao. Jen, one more try. Go for it. Oh, that really didn't work. Oh, Jen, are we going to hear from you tonight or not? And I think we're going to go with not. So next up is Maggie. Your video's on, so you get preference. Go for it.
Hi, Calfish. I just wanted to introduce myself to the platform. I live in Houston, Texas. This is week 3 for me. I've been listening to you, engaging with the platform, listening to all the great stories. Love to be in community with you, with Dizzy. I love those stories. I am going to make my first rebuy tonight.
Boom. Come on.
And I am truly excited. Hey, you know what? I didn't do any due diligence because the person who invited me, they must have done that for me. If they did it and they liked it, then that was good enough for me. I have a background in coaching, so I didn't get here fast enough. I was invited in May, and the pandemic was good for me in the space of coaching, so I decided to hold back. But here I am, week 3, and it's off I go, no turning back. So hello to all my new friends, and I'll be here with you as often as I can.
Thank you. That first rebuy, you're never going to forget it, man. It's addictive. Thank you so much. Dizzy, how are you, my brother? What's going on, champ?
My goodness me, what can I say? Kalpesh, for those of you that haven't met me, I'm a very good friend of this guy. And I don't know if he shared it earlier today, but he normally says, when I saw this opportunity, I told a handful of people, believe it or not, 17 years ago, there's a massive squad of us. And we all had a vision, right? And 17 years later, those that held that vision, I'm one of them. So I was lucky enough to get a call from Kalpesh in April last year. And he rang me, he showed me what you guys have just seen. I understood it, okay? I understood what was on the table. I did the maths, okay? You don't need to say anymore. I saw the opportunity. I saw the ranking system, and I've worked in many companies. This is the only company I've got to the top of the rank. So in January, I got to V1, February, I got to V2, in March, I got to V3, in May, I got to V4, and in July, I got to V5. What does that mean? That's a personal best achievement, and the rest of it's history. You know, whatever, for me, this company is everything I've dreamt of doing. Every component matches what I wanted to do. And I know, Kalpesh, we had a similar vision 17 years ago. And I even said to one of my mates years ago, I said, Kalpesh is searching for this company that doesn't exist, okay? But he found it. When he rang me and he showed me this, I was like, wow, you really found what you were looking for. So Kalpesh, I'm eternally grateful for everything that you've ever done. You are my guy that pushes me to another level. When you think you've achieved something, he pushes you a little bit more. So I love this community. This whole community has helped me become who I am today. So I'm forever grateful. And yeah, it's purple power, people. You know, I've got my stripes. Look, I got my 5-star purple stripes today.
I like it. I like it. Dizzy,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Gosh, are we blessed to be sharing this journey, this part of our journey together. I can already see us 20 years from now, rocking back and forth on that little rocking chair, having a moment, looking at the sun, saying,
having a Baileys, yeah.
Having a Baileys, saying, we did something spectacular, man. Mwah, love you, brother. Thank you so much. Divya, please unmute yourself and put your video on, of course. In the meantime, actually, while you do that, I'm going to, oh, there you are. Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Very
how
good.
You?
How are you? Very, very good.
I'm
It's been
fine.
one.
Yes, I mean one. I'm so happy.
Congrats.
Thank you. Within 4 months.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. So awesome. Congratulations. I know how hard you work for that. So well done.
Thank you very much. And, I started in long back in April 20, and means May 1st almost. And I'm very happy to be in this community where I'm earning more than my husband. And I'm very much proud to tell that. Actually, I come from a small village in India, means 75 kilometers away from Mangalore and 25 kilometers away from Kasargod, a small village, a rural area where I have built through Facebook. No family support, no one. But through Facebook, friends, and the help of you and help of Rupesh Das, sir, I'm very much proud to have leaders like you. And through that, I have achieved my dreams and my first with my first income. I brought laptop.
Oh, bless.
Yes, my
We're not
laptop.
allowed,
Then
we're not allowed to say any of that
bracelet.
anymore. We can't show stuff like that anymore, unfortunately. But I'm proud of you. Congratulations on your achievements. And may
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We'll see you at the top soon.
Yes.
Thank you. Next up is, was, again, video gets the priority. So we go back to, it's back on. Josephine, go ahead. Josephine.
Hi. Can you hear me, Kalpesh?
Can.
I became an expert within 21 days. And I heard you because you gave us the vigor, the ones from Uganda. I heard your story that you were in Uganda at some point and your parents left when there was that expulsion of Indians. So that being said, we have 2 minutes. I'll wrap it up. My goal is to get to VIP 5, and I'm doing my best to touch the diaspora community. I was wondering if you could strategize for us in the training coming up on the weekend, how the active members can get to those levels without wasting any time. Back to you.
Very good. Thank you. Yeah, we can spend some time on that on the weekend for sure. Thank you so much. And thank you for doing the great work you're doing. Awesome.
Thank you.
Elvira, how are you?
Hello.
Hey.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Here in Georgia, yes. Yeah, I've been in this since December, but I became really active February. And now, February, March, April. I'm waiting for my VIP 2 to be done.
Woo! Come on.
Yes. Last week is 69K. I needed this week is 41K.
Oh,
so I said, what happened within 2 weeks, right? But anyway, that's not the most important thing. Is that I want to help people, as much we can, because that's the reason why we are being blessed. So we need to share it too. So that's why I'm always everywhere. Today I went to a memorial, but
wow,
whatever we can do to help others, just try to do it. So that's all I want to say. And then I have one member that's asking one question because I want her to listen to it.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, I'll put 10,000." They gave me 30,000 right away, right? That's the pending rewards. And then after that, what happened to my 10K? I said, "You're gonna get it up once after the contract, right?" And she was asking, "Can I get it?"
It's included in the 3x.
Oh, it's already included. So it's 10,000. This is times 3, right?
Correct.
So I told her that, but she cannot get it one time. I told her to get it through rewards.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So she's listening right now. So she's the one who's she's the one who's she was here in 2 weeks. She was able to put 3 times of what I put. So she wanted to be she wanted to be an expert within this month.
Wow.
So yeah,
well,
thank you guys for
help her do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Marin, how are we doing, champ? And Nandu?
Hey. Hello, Kalpesh.
Hey, how are we doing? I thought you fell asleep.
How are you?
Wonderful. Yourself?
I was just like hustling away online trying to get some people. Oh yeah, I haven't been on this call for a while. I realized so much has changed, so I can't even say anything because, like, I'm like, what can I say? I don't know what not to say. Then just thank you. You told me about this, I don't know, about 18 months ago, and I started 7 months after. I was scratching my brain, doing some stupid things, and I kicked myself. I always tell people, like, if I had started when you initially told me, I wouldn't have met the amazing people in the team that I started with, and it's so exciting for me to just share with all my friends. Me and my friend, we went out. It was a couple nights ago because he's having a hard time with his dad, and I said, let's go out. He's in the team, so I said, let's go cinema and watch a few things. And then we went to Chinatown to eat, and on our way back, we bumped into two ladies, and they kind of convinced us to go to some bar. They wanted to dance, and I got there. I'd forgotten that I'd been working so much, I'd been having fun. And I saw all my friends who were on tour, like musicals, and I was just telling them, I would say, yes, we want blockchain money. So I was just like, wow, there's still so much to do, to share, to tell people, like, you know, what we've been doing through the lockdown. So I'm just eternally grateful. I won't lie, there's been challenges. I'm sure you know, you're not naive. There's been challenges in my team, and I don't say anything because God gives the hardest battle to the strongest soldiers. That's the motto for my blog. So I know with money comes more challenges, and some people, you see their true nature when they have a bit of money. But overall, it's great because I have great people around me, and I learn to deal with narcissists every day, and I get better at it. So thank you so much, Kalpesh.
Well done, buddy. That's it. Keep up the spirit, man. Thank you so much for being a part of the journey.
Yeah.
Andu, hi. Please unmute yourself. That's it. Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm all the way from South Africa. I have a question.
Wonderful. Go for it.
Yes, it's my first week. I bought my first package last week. So it's my first week. I wanted to find out what presentation.
Sorry, say that again. Your connection wasn't great.
Oh, so where can I get the presentation?
If you go to hypercommunity.link.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hypercommunity.link. Thank you. Awesome. Also, you can reach out to your upline leaders as well. Okay.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't have the new one with the guidelines and everything.
Okay. We'll make that available very soon. We're just tidying up the final.
All right.
piece.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We have Sholius. Please unmute yourself. Hey, how we doing, buddy? Hello. Please unmute yourself. You're unmuted, but there's no sound coming through, my friend. I'll come back to you shortly. I'm going to go on to G63. There you go. I was in one of those last night.
Oh my
Barabbas
God.
converted one. Full on
Kalpesh, the real Kalpesh. What's up, brother?
How are we doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm under the tutelage of Des Ame in his team.
Nice.
I recently signed up in about the 3rd of September. I've signed over 3 people already. From Jamaica. Sorry.
Nice. Well done.
And I love your presentations. Very informative.
Thank you.
I'm from the personal development line as well. You know, a lot of people lecture at the stuff. I'm currently at work, so I'm stealing time here. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm glad that people get locked out because they realize that this is a gift. And if you're new on this call, you're in the right place, the right space, and at the right time. And if you can't get people at this time, like right now it was like 12:30 here in Jamaica when your meeting start. So the calendar is full in terms of presentation. You can get a presentation anytime you want.
Yeah.
Many languages too.
Multiple languages, multiple time zones. Yep, and recordings. So everything's there at your disposal. 100%.
And thank you for letting me share, man. Respect.
Thank you so much, brother. Much love. Thank you.
I'll try to change the name next time, though.
Listen, man, you can share your passion, man. It's all good. We're going to come back to Trellius. Go ahead. Let's have another go. Unmute yourself. Something's not happening with your mic because it's showing as unmuted, but no sound coming through, my friend. Apologies. You can try and jump off and jump back on. There's not long to go, but you might just make it back. I don't know. In the meantime, Darren, the floor is yours, buddy.
Hey, Calvers.
How are we doing?
Man? I'm good, man. I'm good here in Trinidad, slaving away.
Oh, we've got internet connections issues there as well, my friend. I'm so sorry. Your sound muted out as well. Your net is not doing you any favors. Go ahead.
Yeah, you better know.
Try.
All right. Yeah, you better know.
Yeah, go ahead. If I can't, I'll just go on.
No, I said I'm so excited here to be a part of the Hyper community. Imagine I'm getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning in Trinidad just to do a rebuy because I can't wait until I wake up 6 o'clock in the morning to rebuy. I'm so excited to do the process.
Oh, I love it. Well done. I love it. It's an early morning wake up feeling, man. It's like, yes, first thing we do, right? Straight into the app.
I became a member because just for the mere fact I didn't need to tell anybody, right?
Yeah.
Because people in Trinidad. But when I saw what Hyper was offering me and the excitement I was getting from just waking up in the morning and being how much ever HU's richer, I couldn't help but tell somebody about it and see somebody, even strangers that I meet.
So true. Your net has given up on you, but I share your enthusiasm and that excitement. I know you want to share it with everyone.
Inside a customer house, and I'm gonna.
We've lost you, buddy. But I get it. You got the hyperbug, bud. Next up is Tariq. How you doing? No sound, buddy. Tariq, sorry. People's Zooms are playing up tonight by the looks of it. You are unmuted, but your sound's not coming through, my friend. I'm going to give you the same advice as the last person. Maybe try and mess about with your mic and see if you can get it started. Elaine, you're up next.
Hey, Kalpesh. I haven't seen you in a week because of a new side job. And I got to tell you, I've been trying to make the calls while I've been driving. And God knows how Dizzy and Bill were able to do those calls and drive at the same time. But it's a challenge I haven't figured out yet, but I'm so glad.
Don't figure it out. You're not supposed to do that anyway. So,
well, I'm trying to listen and do it. So it's a challenge, but I'm so glad to come back and see you guys because I feel like I've missed my family.
Yeah, I
and
hear
my
you.
friends. So I just wanted to say that I'm back and that I've missed you. And it was a great change. And I'm sorry, Paul got thrown in jail.
KP jail, 24 hours, not allowed to speak. One of those.
I'll have to watch the replay.
There you go. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Speak to you soon.
Bye.
Francesca, please unmute.
Good afternoon. I am joining from Brooklyn, New York.
All right, welcome.
United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have a friend of mine, a very savvy investor in so many ways. He sent me this the link today, and he called me up. He said, "Oh, join and everything. You get 3 times what you put in." Well, for me, to be honest, it sounds too good to be true.
Mm-hmm.
So he was comparing this company to Uber and everything like that, you know, taking the loss at first and then of course looking forward to profit in future. So how do we continue with these kind of 3 times, or is it just 1 time 3 times and then you start sharing any loss or sharing profit.
Very good. Can I ask you to come back to the presentation tomorrow and get a deeper understanding? Or we start at 6:30 UK time, so that will be 1:30 your time.
Okay.
1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. All right. Jump on a few minutes earlier because it does get packed out, and just have another listen, make some notes. You'll get clear, and it will all make sense. All right.
All right. Great. So I will look forward to that. Thank you.
Thank you, Francesca. Beautiful. Thank you. Tariq, you're back. Let's have another go with your sound.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey, we can. How are you, buddy?
No, not too bad. Thank you. Not too bad. I was introduced by a very good friend of mine, Louise.
Okay, welcome.
I don't know what this is all about. I'm just like your previous caller.
Yeah.
I want to fact find and find out what's this all about.
Yeah.
So I assume I'll come back tomorrow.
Come back tomorrow, but were you in the presentation from the beginning?
No, I couldn't.
Okay, yeah, then definitely, no, that's fine. Definitely either come back tomorrow or ask Louisa for a recording. Or if you go to my YouTube, it's the Kalpesh Patel. This call was recorded live, so it will be on there. So just have a look at it. It's the first half an hour pretty much is the most important part, and you'll get a picture of what's going on here. All right, and then any questions after that, Louisa can definitely put you in the right place to get them answered. All right.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And just, I don't know, you probably heard this a million times. Has anyone told you look like James Caan? No?
Too many times. Too many times.
Too many times. I'm looking again. Is James on the Zoom? I love it. Thank you. Lovely to have you here. Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
You take care.
Oh, there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. It's been another beautiful evening shared with amazing friends and family around the world. I love each and every one of our community members the most. So thank you all that come and join us here every day. And then all the new people, if you're brand new here for the first time, we welcome you. We thank you for showing up, for listening and enjoying and getting your questions answered. And, do the due diligence, get hold of that from your friend. But most importantly, remind yourself, do not find reasons not to do it. Look for the reasons to do this, right? Things like this don't happen often. It's important to distinguish the difference between this and things that are very, very different to this, right? So do that due diligence and then get yourself on board. Thank you so much. Mwah. We love you. Catch you back here tomorrow. Same time, same link, same time, every day. And